Hello and welcome back to True Crime Guys podcast. I'm your host, Michael, and you know I brought Andy with me because he's hosting today.
I'm your host, Andy, and
hello,
today is
Andy.
Michael. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm happy to be here. Thank you. You really need to just start.
Today.
You just need to start starting these episodes, Andy. I'm trying to take the day off.
No, we don't want to let
You make me do all this other stuff, like announce how they can hear these episodes early and ad-free on Patreon.
We don't want to confuse the listeners on as soon as the episode starts. There's
That's
a
right.
rhythm.
They need
Michael.
to hear the consistency.
There's a rhythm. They have to go through the rhythm. Okay?
So do I. If I don't say that, I don't even know if I'll know what to say for the rest of the episode.
How do you know if the episode actually
it's
started?
Like I'll be stuck. I'll be like lagging.
Right.
I'll be like, no, you cannot go past this screen without accepting the terms.
Right.
But guys, yes, before we get into it, Andy, gotta plug patreon.com/truecrimeguys, where you guys can hear these episodes early, ad-free, which is a huge plus these days because every freaking thing got ads. And there's bonus content, about 17 minutes of chatter that me and Andy had that we put at the end of every episode on Patreon, every free episode.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah. So, you can check that out. Also, check out our free shows here on whatever platform you're listening to. Strange and Unexplained and Cryptic Soup with Dina and Kylie. New episodes of Cryptic Soup come out every single Wednesday. Make sure you give them a follow on Instagram as well, at Cryptic Soup Pod. Also, give us a follow on social media at True Crime Guys. On the X, on the gram, on the book.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
There you go, guys.
That's it. All right, let's get into some shenanigans, Andy. What do you got for me? I literally have no idea what you're going to talk about.
So we are going to start off, Michael. We don't actually get these very often, and I was actually really glad to finally get a real follow-up on one of our previous headlines.
All right.
So we're going to start off. We talked several months ago. A couple of months ago at this point.
I hope I remember.
I'm pretty sure you do about this one.
All right.
Do you remember the 3 men who were found frozen to death outside someone's house in Kansas City?
Oh, I did. Yes, the Kansas City Chiefs fans, actually. Yes.
There has
Very
been a
odd.
follow-up on this. Charges have been filed in the deaths of the 3 Kansas City Chiefs fans whose bodies were found in their friend's backyard. 2 men were charged, and this story is from a few weeks ago now.
Mm-hmm.
2 men were charged in the deaths of 3 Kansas City Chiefs fans whose bodies were found in the backyard 2 days after they got together to watch the final game of the regular season in 2024.
Right.
Jordan Willis and Ivory Carson are each charged with 3 counts of involuntary manslaughter and 2 counts of delivery of a controlled substance in a case that gained widespread attention on social media. Their bond has been set at $100,000, cash only.
Oh, yeah.
I do love that they put cash only in there.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, speculation about what happened started out when 38-year-old Ricky Johnson, 36-year-old Clayton McGeeney, and 37-year-old David Harrington were all found dead in Willis's Kansas City, Missouri yard on January 9th, 2024, after McGeeney's fiance finally went looking for him. A doctor with a forensic lab later determined that the combined toxicity of fentanyl and cocaine killed them, according to the probable cause statement.
Wow.
So a lot of people did speculate early on that there was maybe like a drug overdose, or there was some kind of partying going on, or that something had happened to these men that they all thought they could leave the party or they could go hang out outside, and all of them seemingly passed out very quickly. So it seems suspicious that there was, one guy inside who never noticed his friends were frozen to death out there.
There was 2 guys. 2 other guys there.
But yeah, one guy's the main guy whose house it was never noticed that there was 3 people frozen in his backyard for 2 days.
Right, of course, allegedly.
And witnesses say that the friends were using cocaine when they got together, first at Harrington's home and then at Willis's on January 7th, 2024.
See, why didn't the homeowners? Why didn't anything happen to them?
This is the homeowner. So they watched the Chiefs play. The witnesses said that Willis had a history of offering cocaine to his friends when they were low on money, and that he had bought the cocaine from Carson, according to the probable cause statement.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Jordan Willis and Ivory Carson are the ones who were charged, and it was in Willis's backyard is where they were found.
Gotcha.
So Willis is being charged. Willis's lawyer, John Pacerno, said there is no evidence that Willis actually bought the drugs that his friends ingested before their deaths, noting that they had been partying all day. And he said Willis didn't know that they were still in his backyard or that they needed medical attention until the police showed up. And that's where everybody was going to remember. That's where I was like, how do you not notice for 2 days that there's 3 bodies in your backyard? Like, you don't, how does that happen?
They were trying to think about what to do, man. Or maybe they were trying to let the body run its course and kind of let things run out. You know what I'm saying? Like the fentanyl in the systems.
But possibly, but you got to remember the temperatures had gotten so low that these men like froze to death.
Well, I remember that. You remember that, Andy.
Yeah,
but these fellas may not.
So yeah, if you're seeing that out there, it's like you got to think that like, oh, if they're frozen out there,
right,
whatever's in their system is gonna stay because it's like nothing is pumping, nothing's decomposing, nothing is happening if the body is frozen out there.
Who knows? Maybe that guy passed out on it, but it didn't kill him.
That's
he woke up.
That is basically what everybody's
inside.
saying. Is like they're thinking that he took some too. He took some of the cocaine, like thinking it was just cocaine. He probably took some just as well, but maybe not as much as the friends did outside. Maybe
or
all 3
because
of them,
he was inside.
Mm-hmm, he didn't freeze to death. Well, that's what they're saying. Like maybe the friends went outside and did more cocaine, and thinking that it was just cocaine, they kept doing it until they all passed out. So,
sheesh.
Yeah, Willis told police that he believed that McGeaney, Harrington, and Johnson possibly got a hold of some fentanyl at some point on the Sunday the game was being played, and he thought that they had all left his home around 4 a.m. the next morning. Investigators interviewed Carson, who admitted to selling the cocaine to Johnson, Willis, Harrington, and McGeaney before January 1st, so the probable cause stated again, but no attorney is listed for Carson in the online records. So he has admitted he already admitted, he's like, yeah, I've sold him cocaine before. So this is not I sold him cocaine this time. But the guy's saying, I think that they may have gotten a hold of some fentanyl sometime after or before, and he didn't use any. That's where I don't think that really happened.
No.
I think that there was probably some fentanyl in this cocaine, and your friends did more than you.
It's probably cut with it, and they just cut it a little heavy. And then plus the combination of being in the cold weather, it was hard on the circulatory system, maybe. I don't know, man.
And that's what I said. I just think you possibly didn't do as much as your friends, and you were inside in bed when you passed out.
Yeah.
So your body
in your own home.
Yeah. So I think you still, because remember, he said he slept for like the whole day. It's like,
that's what he said.
Probably because you took fentanyl the night before and didn't realize it, and you were basically comatose.
And you almost died.
Yeah.
So,
I think you all probably took some and didn't realize it. But I'm sure there will be more of like a toxicology report that comes out on him. There's going to be there'll be a whole trial that surrounds this as it goes out. But yeah, the charges have been officially filed now against these 2 men. So everybody was kind of wondering, like, who's responsible for this? Hopefully we actually get some answers after the end of this trial. But Michael, for our next case, this has been a headline for the past few weeks now.
Uh-oh.
And it basically rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Uh-oh. But what doesn't these days?
Well, this could not be avoided in our circle, in our orbit,
all right,
in our field of study. It appears so. This could not be avoided because Michael, Casey Anthony.
I was about to say you better not fucking say Casey Anthony, and you just said
Anthony has been slammed online for
way.
Coming out
for
and
what?
Rebranding herself as a women's LGBT law advocate. 16 years after the death of her daughter Kaylee.
Wow.
So, Michael, I know you're not on TikTok very much. You don't see a lot of the things that come out on there all the time.
Negative.
But, Michael, Casey Anthony on March 1st revealed on TikTok that she was starting a new series.
Did you follow her?
God, no. Why? No. You're not getting my money. She says, I am a legal advocate, she shared. I am a researcher. I have been in the legal field since 2011.
That is not what I would call it.
That is not
more like legal trouble.
That's like saying OJ was in the legal field since 1990. I've been in the legal field since 1997. But no. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself. And also advocate for my daughter.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, man.
No, you didn't.
And I'm sure some of our listeners have already seen, because one of the first people to goddamn come right back at it was Nancy fucking Grace.
Nancy Grace. Rip her a new one, Nancy.
She came back out just goddamn like not fucking hair wasn't even done yet.
Oh,
Makeup's not done.
shit.
She
Didn't give a fuck.
Nancy just rolled up in front of the
really
microphone.
don't.
She was like, "This bitch, Casey Anthony." Fucking just rolled out in her bathrobe.
Oh, my
I
God.
have opinions on this. Yeah, not holding back already.
Oh, God, no.
Anthony explained this series was not about her daughter or her parents, noting this was not in response to anything that they had done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. That's fine. You don't need to.
Nope.
That's
you should
fine.
like change your name, move to Alaska.
Yeah, why don't
live
you
in
just
some small town.
Go stay in Florida where you were hanging out, whatever. Like what, you were like
Whatever.
St. Petersburg or something. I don't know where you
Right?
were.
Dye your hair again. See
Yeah.
if that works. I don't know.
She explained, "I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward,
Oh.
the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity."
The
It's like,
majority.
bitch, nothing you say is in a professional capacity because you're not a
What's that?
professional.
How dare you? You know how much time she spent in the legal system, in the legal field?
Bitch, you're not a legal advocate. You were charged with murder.
Of your child.
You were the #1 crime
I mean-
of the entire world for like 3 years.
You gotta give it to her, man. You can't keep her down, that's for sure.
Obviously. You know what? The hustle lifestyle is real, okay?
Yeah, she's got a new hustle.
She is trying to reintroduce myself in a professional capacity. Anthony shared her goal is to continue to help give a voice to people. Not yours. Any other voice is fine. I would take any other voice. Can we get Gilbert Gottfried's voice for the voiceless? I want his voice. Any
But
other
you know
voice.
how much attention your case is going to get if your lawyer is Casey Anthony?
I could not imagine. Like I said, not a lawyer, a law advocate. So she's
Oh.
going to advocate for you. This bitch can't practice law, Michael. She's just going to stand
She's just
outside the
an
courthouse with a sign.
Oh,
Like she's going to advocate for people. And I understand that there are real advocates, but she is not a legal advocate. Like,
no, I don't think she's a good teammate
no.
in that, in any legal sense, know.
If you are charged with a crime and Casey Anthony comes to your defense, you know what? I think you're done. I think whatever jury may have been defending you is like, oh yeah, this motherfucker's guilty.
Casey Anthony is free.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like I said, if she's on your
If you
side,
have done a crime and you are guilty of it and you want to get off,
then
would
get
you
her
want
lawyer. Get her lawyer.
Well,
don't get her.
They're thinking she may have taken some notes along the way, and you get a significant discount, right? Because Casey Anthony's lawyer, you can't afford that
you can't.
person. I don't know who that is.
I don't remember his name, but you're not getting him anymore.
No.
But yeah, to give voice to the voice, to help continue to give a voice to people, she says. And one of the main reasons that I'm doing this is there are people close to me that have been targeted and attacked recently.
No
she
shit.
elaborated.
I bet.
There are also people close to me that have had
Undeserving,
some
though.
recent things occur, and when necessary, people need to step up, myself included. Listen, nobody should be doing anything bad to anybody else. They shouldn't be attacking anybody around her or anything like that.
People around her don't deserve that.
But people around her probably shouldn't be around her. And that's
Right.
more of just a thing. Just my opinion.
Do they deserve it? No. Should they expect it? Yes.
Should they just keep
The
their head on
world's
swivel?
crazy. The
Maybe.
world's crazy. It's for
You're
real.
hanging out with a very
I mean-
unpopular person.
Yeah.
So I understand that you might need to, like I said, keep your head on a swivel there. But she says, Anthony, who referred to herself as a proponent for the LGBT community, shared that she is going to look at the platform she had thrust upon her as a blessing opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008.
Who thrusted the platform? Just
she's
like
saying,
the public.
Yeah, she's saying,
Okay, I got you.
all this fame that was thrust upon me, this
Yeah.
undeserving fame, I'm going to consider it a blessing instead of a curse.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, you
all
are.
right.
Yes.
So I'm saying, man, she a go-getter.
Like I said, you know what? Rebranding is a real thing.
Talk about looking at the bright side, dude. Wow.
The bright side of this is
She's
not
like in a tunnel you know what I mean? Like for miles. Mm-hmm. And she's like, So you're saying there's a chance?
So you're saying there's a chance. That's exactly right, Michael. She is just in enough denial to believe that there is a chance.
But then again, here we are talking about her, and that in itself is enough to make a living. She just has to stay relevant. Maybe she's just going to keep coming out with all this crazy claims on TikTok.
Yeah, probably. And
I'm sure her following is already probably hundreds of thousands, if not more.
Yeah. Didn't TikTok already give a voice to the voiceless? I thought that's kind of what the social media thing was.
Everybody has a voice. If you got a phone, you go talk to somebody.
I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this peace, she concluded, telling followers she will be keeping her privacy intact. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Yep, you are. Yeah. I don't think you've ever had privacy since then.
No.
I don't think you lost a lot of privacy in your life, Casey Anthony.
Right.
And if any of our listeners don't remember, Casey Anthony charged with first-degree murder of her daughter in 2008 and 2011.
Oh,
not
that's
found
the
guilty.
Same person?
Yeah, she's been out of prison since 2000. She's been out of prison since July 2017 or 2011.
Yeah.
And I think there was a bunch of times like she was like actually spotted like hanging out with like O.J. Simpson, or was she like in the same town as O.J. Simpson or something like that?
Like a comic strip or
they
something.
They lived in the same area.
What the hell?
But Michael, we could not avoid the fact that Casey Anthony is forcing herself into the limelight, but the hilarity.
No, it was thrusted upon her, bud.
It was absolutely
thrusted.
This just absolutely unwarranted fame that she had.
She did nothing to deserve all of this negative attention.
Not her.
So,
but yeah, we just have to address the hilarity of her referring to herself as I have been in the legal field since 2011.
I mean, technically, it's not a lie.
It's not. Well, you were.
It's the field.
It's in the field. You were on the opposing field. You were on the opposing team.
It's a broad field.
There's always an opposing team. Yes, and you were on the field.
The defense. I mean.
You were the defendant. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay, Casey. You just keep living in that long tunnel you're living in. Mm-hmm. But Michael, for our last story, I do got to hit you with a shenanigan.
Please do.
Speaking of somebody walking around in a tunnel.
Oh God.
A nude man was arrested while walking on the highway in Dover, New Hampshire.
Wow.
And this guy,
it is cold this time of year.
Well, I believe so, especially up in New Hampshire. A Somersworth man was arrested after fleeing the scene of a crash naked and disrupting highway traffic. At 3:15 p.m. on Sunday, March 9th, the New Hampshire Police Unit received several reports of a man causing an interruption to traffic on Route 16. Multiple passing drivers reported that the man was naked and running or walking within the travel lanes of the highway.
Dang.
And the guy, Michael, the reason I'm really talking about this story.
Yeah, what was he running from?
I think he was running from himself. I think he was running from his own demons at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Because the state troopers who were
Fugue
assigned...
state. I've seen it on Breaking Bad.
You're right. There wasn't a fugue state. Just needed to get away. But state troopers assigned to the case responded to the area and quickly located the naked man. With the assistance of officers from the Dover Police Department, troopers were quickly able to identify the man as Sean P. Weiner.
No way.
Sean P. Weiner of 35 of Somersworth, New Hampshire.
This is like a Bart Simpson joke, bro. Come on.
Weiner. Sean P. Weiner, Sr. So there is a Sean P. Weiner, Jr. somewhere out there.
That poor kid. Come get your dad.
Please. Shawnee P. Weiner was naked in the street.
Oh, no.
He was hospitalized.
Shawnee P. Weiner, what are you doing?
Weiner was transported to an area hospital in treatment for minor injuries suffered in the crash. The preliminary investigation determined that Weiner had been involved in the crash on Varney Road in Dover and left the scene of the crash on foot. Oh. Additional information revealed that the vehicle involved in the crash had been reported stolen in Somersworth shortly before the crash. It was further determined that while fleeing the scene of the crash, Weiner decided to discard all of his clothing on the shoulder of the highway before crossing all lanes of traffic. As an immediate result of the investigation...
Were they on fire?
No, he was just walking.
These are holding me back.
Yeah, this is, like I said, I think he was running from his own demons at this point. I think some demons were on the loose at this point because this is not the behavior of somebody doing a right mind type of situation.
No.
Steal a car, crash a car, run away from a car, get naked. Continue to run away from the car.
Right.
Like I said, this is not something that you just do on a Tuesday or a Friday night.
It could have been something on those clothes, man. that he wanted to, go up with the car because the car crashed.
Yeah, but like I said, he didn't leave the clothes in the car. He got out, walked away,
Okay.
continued to walk down the road, then took off all of his clothes, put them on the shoulder,
Hello.
then walked across all the lanes of traffic.
He was like, the only way I'm going to explain this is fugue state. I saw this on Breaking Bad.
I saw this on Breaking Bad one time.
Call back.
It was a fugue state.
That's right. Hey.
The New Hampshire police have charged Wiener with indecent exposure and lewdness, reckless conduct, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and littering. I guess because you can't. Yeah, if you take off your clothes,
Your clothes
throw
were
them
trash.
Away, these clothes were trash.
These clothes were trash, bro.
Oh my God! What is
this?
Oh my God! Adidas? Are you kidding me? Look at these. These are trash.
Oh my God.
Yes. In addition to connection with these charges, Wiener was issued a summons to appear in court. In addition to these charges filed by the New Hampshire State Police Department, the Dover Police Department investigating the crash that preceded the incident on the highway filed separate charges and then retained custody of Wiener.
Ah, dang.
That's our Wiener. That's our Wiener. We want that. Dibs on that Wiener.
Jesus, poor Wiener, dude.
Additionally, the reported theft of the vehicle involved in the crash remains under investigation by the Somersworth Police Department. I'm pretty sure it was the naked guy who was walking down the street after the car crash.
Yeah, most likely he did it.
Pretty sure it's got a open and closed case, but like I said, I love how he had so many charges of like, this is what you were doing. We caught you doing this. We caught you doing this. You're going to jail. And some other police department walks up and it was like, we got him first. He stole the car first. Dibs.
Come on. You know what kind of press this is going to give for our town?
Exactly.
Come on, man.
You know what kind of press we're going to get from this?
Come on.
It's going to be a headline or a shenanigan somewhere.
Yeah, at least.
At least a shenanigan somewhere.
At least one of a compilation of stories.
Exactly.
I mean, on some second-rate podcast.
Right.
I mean, at least.
We're going to get airtime for this.
We're going to get something.
That's what we're going to be known for.
That's right.
To make my mark. Getting that captain's promotion at no time.
That's right. I'll tell you what would help you get that promotion. Smelling good.
Oh, absolutely,
You
Michael.
know what can help you with that? Oh My Gaia, Andy.
Can it, Michael?
It absolutely can, because Oh My Gaia is an innovative, all-natural deodorant, fragrance, and beard oil company specializing in paraben and aluminum-free products. Their innovative line of deodorants inhibit the growth of odor-causing bacteria while still maintaining effectiveness. And for sure, there's a scent for you at ohmygaia.com. That's ohmygaia.com. But there's tons of scents to choose from barbershop to sailor, sweet pea, pear, bergamot, amber, fireside, honeysuckle, lumberjack, leather, dreamsicle, coconut, Egyptian musk, lemongrass, lavender, sandalwood, so many. We have our own scent called True Crimepine, made just for the true crime guys. A great place to start, I think,
yes.
Andy. A great unisex scent. Like it's just great all season. It's very fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a sweet outdoor pine campfire, burning leaves. I don't know. It's just.
I know. I do it almost every day. Like I said, I know it's supposed to be a deodorant, but every day I get in my car. I'll just dab a little bit on my fingers and just kind of rub it in my hands a little bit. And,
there you go.
Kind of just tap it on my face a little bit on my beard. I know I have beard oil
it's
as
all
well.
natural. It doesn't matter.
But it's just the smell of it on my hands. I almost use it as like a lotion sometimes. It's so nice, and you're just like, all right, yeah.
I'm just glad you're not eating it anymore, honestly.
Listen, it was a one-time thing. It was a one-time.
Well, guys, for your one-time discount, you can use the code word CRIMEPINE for 15% off your order. And that's ohmygaia.com, ohmygaia.com. And that code word is CRIMEPINE for 15% off your order. No spaces in Crimepine.
No
All right.
space.
That's right.
Thick pines.
If you're looking for the latest code word for Oh My Gaia, you can always look at the latest episode we released, and usually I've put it in the description along with a link to ohmygaia.com. All right. Also, check out patreon.com/truecrimeguys, where you can support the show with just $3 a month. Just $3 a month. That's like half a Starbucks now.
It's like half
It's
a
insane.
Starbucks.
Is it even that, right?
A venti.
Right? You want the smallest thing we have with nothing in it?
A venti.
Want a venti Americano? Yeah. That'll be $7.50.
Just hot milk. Here you go.
Exactly. So $3. Patreon.com/truecrimeguys, and you can get access to all of these episodes early, ad-free, and tons of other audio audio files of all shapes and sizes. Sandu stories. There's old shows that we don't do anymore. Strange shorts, 5-minute murders with Lauren with video. So much on Patreon, including the entire back catalog of True Crime Guys. If you are a new listener and you're wondering where 1 through 200 is, it's on Patreon. It's in the vault. And that's patreon.com/True Crime Guys. For just $3 a month, you can listen to the entire vault as well. All right, Andy, I think that's about it.
I think we did a fine job, Michael.
All right.
Just coasting now.
We're just coasting. If you guys got any case suggestions, email us at truecrimeguys@gmail.com. All right. Well, until next week, I guess you just have to keep on creeping. We'll be back with another True Crime Guys case. Right, Andy?
Right, we will, Michael. All right, guys. Bye.
See ya.
It was one time. One time.